Life is fundamentally different from dead stuff.
Or is it? This question has puzzled thinkers for ages. A renowned scientist offered a profound definition of life in his time. He proposed that living things actively resist the natural tendency towards decay, disorder, and equilibrium. What does this unique definition truly mean in practical terms?
Let's imagine your computer's download folder as a metaphor for the entire universe. It began orderly, but over time, it became increasingly chaotic and cluttered.
By investing energy, you can restore order and actively clean up the disarray within this digital universe. This continuous act of creating and maintaining order is precisely what living organisms do constantly. But beyond these initial definitions, what is the fundamental nature of life itself on our planet? Every single living entity we know on this planet, from the smallest to the largest, is made of cells. At its core, a cell is fundamentally a protein-based robot, intricate and microscopic. It is too small to possess any subjective feelings or conscious experiences. The cell exhibits life's essential properties, like a distinct wall that separated its internal environment.
This wall helps create order, allowing the cell to actively regulate and maintain a constant state.
A cell actively consumes matter to sustain itself, exhibiting continuous growth and development. It responds dynamically to its environment, undergoes evolutionary changes, and crucially, it reproduces itself. However, despite its intricate functions, no individual part or component of a cell is inherently alive. Individual substances react chemically with each other, forming a continuous cascade of interactions. These reactions initiate further reactions, creating an endless chain of biochemical processes. Within a single cell, millions of chemical reactions occur every second, orchestrating its complex existence. Within a single cell, millions of chemical reactions occur every second, orchestrating its complex existence. Imagine driving a car at high speed, say 100 kilometers per hour, through a dynamic landscape. While driving, you're continuously rebuilding every single part of it using whatever materials you can find on the street. This constant, dynamic rebuilding using disparate components is precisely what cells accomplish. So, if everything is dead matter, is life merely the collective activity of all these intricate reaction processes?
Eventually, every single living thing on this planet will inevitably complete its life cycle and transition.
The overarching goal of life is to prevent this ultimate decay by continuously producing new entities.
This propagation is achieved by carrying and transmitting genetic information, fundamentally through DNA.
Every living thing is subject to evolution, with the DNA that best adapts and develops persisting. So, if genetic information is so central to life, is DNA itself the essence of life? When extracted from its biological context, DNA is a very complex molecule, yet it cannot function autonomously. This is where viruses introduce significant complications to our understanding of what constitutes life. Viruses are essentially strings of genetic material, either RNA or DNA, encased in a small protective hull. They require host cells to perform any activity, leaving us unsure if they are truly living or dead. Some viruses can even invade and reanimate dead cells, further blurring the clear distinction between life and death. Consider mitochondria, the power plants within most complex cells, once free-living bacteria billions of years ago. They still possess their own DNA and can multiply, yet they are no longer independently alive within the host cell. Mitochondria are now dead within cells, having traded their individual life for the survival of their DNA. This implies living things can evolve into non-living forms if it benefits their genetic code's perpetuation. Perhaps life is essentially information, a complex code that actively manages to ensure its own continuous existence. What about artificial intelligence? By our common definitions, we are very close to creating artificial life in computers. It's a matter of time until our technology develops self-replicating artificial life, with computer viruses already showing similar traits.